We're here at Zolder for round 3 for a 90-minute race with a CPS. Thoughts on Zolder? Just first, I'm just trying to test the water here, see what I've got on board.
Oh, I am one of those sad individuals that likes Zolder.
You twisted man.
Look, it lives in its shadow of its big brother, the famous Spa here in Belgium. But I really like Zolder. It's a busy wee lap. There's some big curbs. If you like hucking cars over curbs at speed, this is the track for you. It's really good. Like you say, 90 minutes around here tonight, though. It's going to be a big question around who and what can go the distance. But yeah, loving it. This track is really going to turn on tonight.
Well, it always turns it on for a bit of action. There is a couple of spots here that you can make a bit of a dive and get a bit of overlap on, Stu. But look, it is the curbs. You mentioned the curbs. The curbs are the killer, aren't they? Here, they're the ones that really send the car off track quickly. But look, if you were gonna, let's just talk about track infringements just quickly. Where do you think the boys are gonna struggle here?
Well, first things to mind is the first chicane. You have to commit over it, and it's a very big risk when you do. A fine line between getting it right, getting it wrong, getting a cut. And then immediately after it is the second chicane, and that's also one that you can use an incredible amount of track limits. It's nuts at times, but there is a big chance of getting it wrong there as well. So there's a couple of places that can bite if you're a little bit not on the ball, so to speak.
Yeah, you've got to be pretty precise, should I say. As much as you want the car to ride over these curbs, you know, to really get the good laps, you really want to be able to jump all over them, don't you? And straighten that little chicane out as much as possible. But the limits, there's such a fine line, Stu, with those curbs here at Zolder.
Oh, absolutely. And I wouldn't want to be in a McLaren, to be honest. From driving a McLaren a lot, they're not known for their curb taking abilities.
It's not a curb happy car.
No, we're looking at the Bentleys, the Mustangs, and have we got a Mercedes? Yes, Harrison Bella there in a Mercedes, so they'll be pretty handy over the curbs.
Yeah. It's those big front engine cars, aren't they, that seem to manage it well.
Squish them down as they go across.
Yeah, it's just all the weight in the front. You know, gets it all done straight up. It doesn't, you know, deal with it when the back wheels come over. But we do have some indicative times starting to come through here. Craig McConnell in the Mustang, talking about cars that might be able to ride the curbs. We see the Mustangs. You're only going to get on the internet to see the Mustangs out in real life. We're always up on the curbs. But Craig McConnell, top of the list with 128.5. Tony Spence not too far behind. We were talking McLarens. Stewie.
They've made me look stupid straight away, haven't they? Because they're right up there already. Danny Kim just jumped in there as well with the Fezzer, so that's 28.5 is a pretty good lap time straight out the bat. I mean, they're going to improve, but it's a good start.
Absolutely. 28.6.5 for Goddard, and then Van der Venter next to one of the front engine cars is, what's he on there? 28.7 in the Bentley. And then you mentioned Bella, obviously, in the Mercedes-Benz, the JB Weld car.
He's on the green. He's floating around the green at the moment. Not a lot, but, you know, still early days.
Up on his Delta, definitely. Van der Venter, actually a quarter of a second or more, as is Perkins in the Ferrari. Where is he on track, actually? He's actually coming around to the back section of the track, so he's heading towards this back sector here, so looking really healthy with 6/10 up his sleeve, which would get him down around about Goddard. I reckon that'd put him in front of Van der Venter if Van der Venter doesn't improve. But where Van der Venter out of the final corner, or out of the final, another chicane, bam, watch that space.
28.4. Good luck.
There you go. Puts him on the top of the list immediately. Kim on a hottie. Quarter of a second up. He's rounding the final corner as well, Stu. Bled off a bit of a speed on the exit. Oh, gets Venter. Van der Venter straight away. Here's McConnell.
Kramer's on a lap here too.
Spence. It's all happening. Marnie also looking to improve. Goddard looking to improve. Kramer, like you mentioned, Stu.
Yeah, he's 3/10 up at the moment, floating around there.
And in one of the deadly McLarens, it's just like, you know, the concentration these McLaren drivers are going to need tonight.
Yeah, here he comes.
Oh, he's looking good. That'll get him up a few posies there.
Oh, no, it must have been a red lap.
Oh, there you go. Holding, he's got the top, in the top 10 there. Second in the AM class.
Yeah, so and there's not a limit on tyres here at Rain Lights, so these guys are going to go back, reset, maybe readjust pressures, and have another crack at it. There's plenty of time to go, isn't there, for them? Another 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, that's right. They do have another 5 minutes. There is a tyre count, but it is pretty friendly, I think, here at Rain Light.
We'll throw another set at it and have another crack.
Definitely.
Spence looking to improve slightly. Ooh, he's just gone back down a little.
Worcester also up on his lap, which could get him in the top 10, currently in 12th.
I tell you what, this track though, you really have to start well on a lap. Yeah, excuse me. You got turn 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're all high commitment corners. You really got to carry good corner speed through them. So if you can get out of turn 4 down the straight towards the first chicane and you're carrying green, you know, it bodes well for the lap.
Definitely. Yeah, that's the right-handers there, isn't it? They just,
seem to keep going.
They're all totally different corners too, mind you. They apex differently, they roll differently. It's quite a series of bends as we just watch Worcester now in the Mustang rolling through said set of corners and out on
too. I do love the paint job on that Worcester car.
The Worcester car looks fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm not Australian, but I still can appreciate that.
McConnell up on his Delta, currently running 4th provisionally. He's just running up to this final chicane here. You can see the pit entry there in front of him.
Yeah, he's been a little bit off.
Tough sets of corners, these.
They are.
He's looking good here. He's going to go... Oh, he's gone to the top. I was going to say he'll get the front row, but didn't think he would come out on top.
It's a solid lap.
That is a bloody good solid lap. Goddard showing some pace as well, about mid-track. Heading towards the final sector. Marnie as well, up on his Delta by 4/10. Which would sneak him all the way up to Perkins, I think, about another 3 positions. So that was Marnie across the line, was it? Yep. Snuck up 1 position.
Times are pretty tight, though.
Tight. Goddard rubbing all that speed off at the end of the lap. So tight stuff. We've got, what have we got? About 3 minutes to go. Spence on a hottie.
Yeah, Spence is up. Lost a little bit out of that corner there.
Spence, mate. He did. He bled a lot off there, actually.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a horrible bounce to the chicane.
Still looking healthy. There, that actually dropped. His Delta dropped nearly down to 0 on my screen there, and then went straight back up, and more so than what he had before.
He got a good exit there.
So it just shows if he can go down and then back up like that, he's got time in the lap, hasn't he? He's got way more. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, it's when you're starting to do laps and you're never seeing green, you know. When you're continuously doing laps and there's no more green, you know.
There's no more green.
You've hit the ceiling.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see that as he runs down into that little final complex there. Corner tricky set
Oh,
again.
he kicked a bit.
Just blended all away again. Does put him up a position, those two, into second, sharing the front row of the grid provisionally with Craig McConnell with, a minute and a half to go, boys.
Yeah, who's going to get the lucky last lap? Track is optimum. What are we looking at there? 23 degrees?
Yes. Oh, what have we got? We got 22 ambient. Track is 29. So 22 and 29. Okay. So nice sunny day. A few clouds.
You're going to be working the tyres. Never ceases to amaze me in the amount of cut you can have in that second chicane. Sometimes it looks suspicious, but it's within limits.
Yeah.
You go now. See? Bit of a bump from the Ferrari through the dip. And I'll tell you what, you come out of that second chicane and it's all about the exit, because you really want to take the exit of that, the next two corners flat, because it leads that short straight down to the hairpin, and there's a lot of time on that exit.
Look at Spencer's time there on your deltas there. Oh,
yeah,
man.
To the top.
There you go.
First 27. Good job, Tony Spence.
So nice work, Spence. Showing what he's made of there. 15 minutes and 1 second. Now the boys will start to roll out.
Yeah, Goddard slightly improving hits this last lap. Might be enough to get Danny Kim.
Might just be. Let's just pick up on that lap from Goddard. Still early in the lap, in the middle sector.
Oh.
Big bounce there. Yeah. Took it all away.
Yeah, chicane wasn't his friend there. Oh, he's got a good exit from the second chicane. Tell you what, Tony Spence will be waiting for the rain to come out after last round. That was crazy, wasn't it?
Wouldn't he what? Wouldn't he what? Look, now it was actually a crazy round. Yeah, and spectacular to watch. But yeah, awesome stuff. As we see Goddard in for a bit of a practice pit stop entry there. So perfect time to do it there. Stu, as we see the top boys starting to roll out, boys and girls. Is Matty T here? No. So no. Top boys out there, just eyes on the SIMBLACKS, number 43, Steve Crossland, McLaren there, Stu, as the boys just sort of giving it. I've just noticed there, the boys, before they come across with their flyer, were giving each other a little bit of space. They're trying to get the spacing on these cars on track. Yeah. Nice. So they got a good shot at this. 15 minutes. It's a good chunk of time though, isn't it, to get a good lap in. With tonight, I think we've only got 24 on track tonight. So
yeah, it's not too congested. I think there's plenty of time, 15 minutes to even if you've got to do a few laps and see what you can pull off, and then maybe go reset, adjust those pressures, and have another crack at it.
So yeah, look, I think the Tony Spence and the Craig McConnell times will definitely, and even the Danny Kim times will be interesting to see how these guys go. With the top boys now out on track, always throwing it a bit of a spanner in the works for the pro drivers with their qualifying times.
Absolutely, yeah, they are good times. It will be interesting to see how they stack up across here through the second chicane. Does look good, the SIMBLACKS McLaren, although I am impartial to a yellow and black McLaren myself.
Absolutely. Lucas Keys actually just rolling out of the final corner there with Webley just in front as the first indicative times start to come across. Keys, Crossland in 7th. So, who was that also that I mentioned? Webley.
Yeah,
So
Webley's up.
not a clean time for him on that first flyer.
Yeah, he's building on the second one already. Early days, but he's off to a good start.
Yeah, so Webley will want to get that banker in, won't he, Stu? This is what it's all about, isn't it, with qualifying? Look, just get, you know, a reasonably quick but solid lap in and then try and improve, isn't it? It's just you get something decent.
Yeah, especially with especially the first chicane. It's a real game of Russian roulette sometimes. Sometimes you got to close your eyes and send it and hope for the best.
Henderson with the change of cars this week. There's Stu rocking the MATCHFIT, official MATCHFIT silk suit there again tonight. But different make and model. And also HENDO on board, official sponsor as well of the series.
Absolutely.
So big heads up there.
Anderson. I'm surprised to see him in anything other than an Aston Martin, to be honest.
Too true. I must agree. Matty Clark. I did see a new name in here tonight. Where was that? Who's that? It might be Lee in the. Actually, I think he was in last week. In one of the BMWs as a pro-am, I think. There you go.
Not a lot happening on the timing at the moment.
So Webley to the top and up on his Delta still, just starting to come into a bit of a traffic there actually. I think that might be the Costas Macrolos Audi just in front of him. So I just wonder, you know, whether it's so you got Matty Clark, Gunther Rowe, Costas, and then Webley in behind. So sort of it's a little bit bunched, isn't it, for qualifying for these guys? I just see Gunther getting out there, letting these guys go through. He doesn't even want the pressure from the back, let alone being too close up behind. So Gunther just stepping aside there. And then get straight back into it.
Yeah, Pete Dawson's building on a lap here as well. Won't be too far away from finishing it.
Yeah, out of the final corner there. Puts him in provisional 6. Time's hard to come by here, Stu. Like you said, the Deltas, they're wavering, but by only hundredths of a second. Rowe probably the standout here. Got out of that previous lap. We saw that clearly in the replay there. Letting the boys go through, sort of sandwiched in between Macrolos and Webley coming up from behind there. So here we go.
Nice through the second chicane. As you get a good exit, looks pretty tidy. Mustang's a monster, isn't it? I really want to look at driving one of them next season.
Yeah, we're just running up to this final complex now, rolling out of the final corner, still well up on his Delta, so this is a good time for Gunther. Let's put him 7th position.
Yeah, good lap.
Collins. Lambo. Fantastic looking car there.
Yeah, a shout out to Ben Collins. He drove the safety car at the ESO 12 hour yesterday. And
Oh,
unfortunately,
nice work.
he was about as busy as the safety car driver at the Bathurst 1000 last week.
Oh, was he really? Okay.
He got a few laps in, but hats off. Thank you for doing what you did, mate. That was a stellar job.
Sitting in the rig all day.
Yeah. Had a nice Mercedes, but only got a handful of laps.
Yeah. Collins on it, actually, there too.
Yeah, he's got a nice delta.
Across the line, puts himself in 15th provisionally. Still 6.5 minutes to go here in the second phase of qualifying here. The Top Gun's out at the moment. Track is optimum. The weather's fantastic. The track, it hasn't changed actually. It's still 22 ambient, 29 track temps. So
yeah,
good
Keys
stuff.
A start of a lap here. He's on the green. He's looking to take it off Webley.
Keys, the racer, so competitive.
Super fast.
Yeah. Doesn't even want to start on the other side of the front row here.
No.
We know how quick this man is. And that skyline's so quick, Stewie.
Oh, in the hands of an operator like Lucas Keys, it's out of this world, and he's rapid fast. So am I right? He's won the last 2 races of the season.
Yes, absolutely. Look at the delta that he's got on Webley as well. It's he's nearly 3/10 up there on my screen at the moment, and it's just wavering from just under to just over as he rolls out of the final corner here. This will easily put him on the top row. The 27.395. Wow. Webley, what's he got? Halfway. Oh, he's in the middle sector. He's showing really strong delta as well. This is...
He's trying to answer.
Wow, he has responded. Oh, no, I think he's just got a track infringement there too. I think it's just said
it's gone red.
It's gone red on him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He was trying to answer it back. There's still 4.5 minutes to go here.
Yeah,
so.
definitely time, Stewie. Macrolos slightly up on the delta. He's actually just tucked in behind Webley there. Looking to make an improve. If he can keep what he had there, that would have got him up around Guthrie Road territory, but he's just bled all of that off. Still working that Audi though, Stewie.
Yes, tricky car. He's a braver man than me. I don't think I'd go near it. I've heard enough scary stories.
It doesn't get a lot of love. We don't see it on track too often,
No,
be
good
honest.
to open it though. I mean, it's good to see the Audi out there, but yeah, he's a brave soul.
Absolutely.
Peach of an engine note though, with that Lambo engine in it.
Oh, look, and in the right hands, I think Macrolos runs it really well. So I think in the right hands, still a stellar car and a contender.
Top driver, absolutely, hands down. And we've seen what he did with his Ferrari last season. I think the Audi, he's still trying to get his head around it, but we know he can perform. You never know, it might just click one day. In fact, he had an outstanding race a few weeks ago, ASR&Z, where he drove from the back of the field right the way up. I think it was Monza.
Yeah.
Man of many talents.
So
not a lot on the deltas at the moment. It's
not a lot on the deltas, and we are winding down. Right. Look, what do we got? Just under 3 minutes to go. Look, we're showing a little bit of green here and there, but it's very minimal. Lucas Keys, Shane Fudderdo, who's actually on camera right at the moment. Gunther Rose actually showing green on his delta as well, but it's just microseconds, guys. Dawson also flickering here and there. Plenty still to play for here. Fudderdo just up a little bit. That does put him up in position in front of Spence, actually, on the second row. Fudderdo will be happy with that, Stu.
Yeah, I'm a massive Fudderdo fan, so I'm pretty happy about that. And doesn't the OES car look good tonight?
Of course. It's just a fanboy here, so it's okay. But, yeah, look, he's still got another go at it. Keys up on his lap time again. Clark well up in that first sector. like you were talking about earlier, Stuart, that you need that momentum, don't you? You know,
Yeah.
like in that first sector, gets the double rights, triple rights perfectly through that first chicane, nails it over the hill. That's a healthy looking
He's
time there from Clark. That would put him in, oh, look, damn near Frodo territory. He's bled a little bit off out of that second chicane.
dropped a little bit. But this is the sort of track that if you nail the last corner, you can get all that back nearly.
Oh, absolutely. He's still in Spence territory. Oh, God, look at the pace at the end there.
Yeah.
The late braking, deep braking, bleeds it off. On the exit, though, does put him up in a position, pushes McConnell back.
Yeah, he gained a lot on the entry, but just unfortunately lost a little bit on the exit.
So Spence and McConnell, what stellar laps from the boys there.
Yeah, I thought that'd be a strong lap. They'd hold their own. Looking pretty good so far. Lucas Keys is looking to put a full stop on this qualifying, though. He's been green up and down the last few laps.
Yeah, again, it's thousandths of a second or hundredths of a second we're seeing flickering on our deltas for Keys at the moment, but just shows that he's pushing right to the end here. 17 seconds, 16 seconds left to go here in qualifying.
Hendo on a lap here.
Hendo on a lap.
Yes, slight improvement. Might get Dawson. Oh, he's bleeding a little off.
Oh,
no.
And the rest. So gets Dawson, Rowe, Crossland and McConnell and puts himself in sixth position, and not provisionally. That is position there, unless Makalos comes for him.
Yeah, that's a healthy delta as well. 3/10.
As is Crossland's as well. There, Webley's giving us a little bit of a flicker at the moment, but again, it's just literally microseconds, guys. Where is Crossland on track there? Coming out of that final chicane. He's packing it up. Makalos continues.
Yeah, Crossland's parked it.
Makalos. That's enough to put him up near Hendo. Is it?
It's going to be close.
Oh, he got Hendo.
Oh.
Got Hendo. So puts himself in sixth position. Wow. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Lucas Keys and Brandon Webley sharing the front row. Shane Frodo, Tony Spence, Clark, Makalos, Henderson, McConnell, Crossland, and Gunther Rowe rounding out the top 10. Wow.
How's that? 27.0 for Lucas Keys. And then the rest is so close.
So close. So close. The top 10 particularly close. 11th down, we've got Nick Firth, Pete Dawson, Danny Kim, Goddard, Vandeventer, Collins, Perkins, Bella, Golombek, Warren, Marnie, Kramer, Lee, and Worcester, rounding out the 24 there, ladies and gentlemen. Cracking qualifying as usual here for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 7 qualifying here. It's round 3 at Zolder. It's proudly supported to you by SIMBLACKS, CROSSCUT, Woodworks, Carpentry and Joinery, Crossy 43, Hendo, of course, running the MATCHFIT car, True to Life Racing Designs. Thank you very much, Gunter. And as always, broadcast to you by MATCHFIT Entertainment. Hit the like and subscribe button, peoples, and follow up on the chat box there. Let us know who you're barracking for, who you want to see on track, and who you're backing. Yes, definitely get into that. Okay, what have we got? Oh, sponsors. Remember, these guys give away $50 each round. So hook up. You can see on Crossy's Twitch there, Crossy43. Just get over there and hook up on his Twitch at the end of the race. You can see who is going to win the $50 giveaway at the end of each week. And I think tonight, we have another graphic. Hang on. We do. Hook up again. Or stay on Crossy's Twitch because you'll already be over there watching who's getting the $50. And they will be revealing what is the mate. So it's a major prize announcement, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on what the big prize is at the end of the series. All of these prizes, mind you, are all random, so you don't have to come first, second, third, anywhere in particular. It's a random spin of the wheel, ladies and gentlemen, so definitely worth getting involved. And tonight they will be announcing the major prize for the end of the series. Probably the last, obviously, GT3 series for 2024. And, yeah, all that goodness coming from this good people at SIMBLACKS. As always, Stewie, the guys getting gridded up as we speak.
Yeah, look forward to this one. 90 minutes. I'm wondering who's going to roll what strategy here. There's a car that could possibly do it on fuel, the Ferrari.
Yeah.
But it's going to be slow laps. Or do you roll the dice the other way and split it in half, take fuel tyres, and just hammer laps? It's going to be excellent to watch.
Yes, look, and mate, like we talked about, we talked a little bit about track infringements. So we got the chicanes, obviously, as well.
Cuts can definitely come into it here. 90 minutes is easily long enough to get yourself more than 3 strikes. Yeah. And there's the other side effect of the chicane, which is going into atmosphere. So there's always a chance of somebody getting it wrong over the chicane, especially the first one.
Oh, look, I would probably say all of them, but that's just me. But yeah, plenty for these guys to think about.
Lucas Keys has parked himself on the best position possible for this turn 1. He's on the inside. He's worked that out well for himself in qualifying. But Whibley will be brave. Whibley will be trying to stick it around the outside because he'll want the rights to immediate turn 2. Weather looks good though. Looks like the weather's going to stay pretty much stable the whole time from what we can see here.
Weather does look good. It's actually, the cloud cover's gone as well. I just noticed, Stewie, as the boys drop down on grid here now.
Track temp has improved a little.
Track temp up to 30. Ambient stays the same. The boys about to roll away for their formation lap here. Round 3 here at Zolder. Ladies and gentlemen, for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 7, we see the usual suspects up the pointy end as Lucas Keys, Webley, Brandon Webley, Shane Faraday, Spence, Macalos, Hendo, we got McConnell in there, we got Crossy, look at them all, Firthy, Dawson, Vandeventer. As they start to roll away, there's Bella in the Mercedes.
Collins, Perkins, Bella, Gomblick, I've butchered that, haven't I? Warren.
Warren.
Am I saying that one right? Yeah. Worcester and Goddard.
Yes. So, yes, good, healthy field here, 24.
Do you want to touch on the points, Dave?
Let's touch on the points, actually, just quickly. Out of that and get back to the track because the boys are coming around to the final complex, all formed up here, looking good. Nice formation. Lucas Keys, Brandon Webley, Shane Fuddido, Tony Spence, Matty Clark, Costas Makalos, Nathan Henderson, Craig McConnell, Steve Crossland, and Gunther Rowe rounding out the top 10 here for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 7 Round 3 at Zolder. We are about to go green, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. Walk out for the chicanes here. Into the first left-hander there. Keys. I think Webley just went, you can have it, mates. Fodderdo and Spence. Spence taking that position immediately. Also Macrolos up a position and Crossland up a position in the background. Dawson also up a position. Bella going backward. Relatively clean start there, Stewie.
Yeah, well behaved. Oh, bit of a jump there over the chicane there for Fodderell. Lap 1. A few cars off the back there. They were coming to, I didn't see.
So there must have been a little bit of an incident there early in Sector 1. Field, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, Goddard, Worcester and Kramer off the back of the field there. Just picking up on Marnie in the Porsche. Trying to find his space on track as they roll up to this final complex of corners after lap 1 there. Lucas Keys, no surprise. Cross the line first. Big gap back to Webley. Big gap back to Spence. And then Fodderdo, Clark, Macrolos. You can see Hendo, Crossland and McConnell all in the background. Gunther Rowe as well. That's Firthy and Dawson, 11th and 12th.
Yeah, still a close thing at the moment. Oh, Macrolos off the road.
Oh, Macrolos off straight away there. Fuddido past Spence as well. Yeah, so just picking up on that little quick replay of Macrolos. Just got up on the outside curb, gave him a bit of a tank slap. He's gone.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Spence going backwards as well. Right in the thick of it here with Hendo right behind him there, Stewie.
Yeah, he's put the heat on him.
So Fuddido, smart to sneak past there and leave that behind him.
Yeah, you want to stay away from that trouble in these early laps.
Spence, the heat on the back of Spence. Look at that train of cars now.
Yeah, real freight train forming.
Lap 2. Into the final complex. Big train of cars here. Still very tight track. Zolder. They never really get to stretch their legs, do they?
No.
These things. Very technical.
The straights aren't really long enough to really open them up here. So the effects of something like if Maddie had been here in the Lexus, she wouldn't be able to use the brutal strength of that car because, well, there's just not enough tarmac in a straight line.
Yeah.
Nissans will be strong in the Fords, definitely. Clearly the Nissan's strong. Lucas Keys starting to just walk away a little bit here in these early laps.
So Lucas, the masterclass again, just taking control of the race early on. Webley just trying to find his rhythm and just find that space where he's comfortable in the Mustang as we just get out of the front of Gunther Rowe's car, all over the back of Craig McConnell, out of the second chicane. Really starting to put some pressure on here, Stu.
Yeah, he's hungry. Oh, bit of a wiggle there.
Big grab, and in the background, that is Van der Venter. What happened there?
They're coming together.
So Van der Venter on one of the... Oh, into the side of Dawson. Oh, that got messy very quickly. That's unfortunate.
He's got a bit of damage there.
So that car will be hurting.
Lucas Keys out to about 3 seconds now in front. Botterell still well within touch with Webley.
Yeah. Clark's right there though. Clark's been so... Clark and Spence, that's right.
And Hendo. Henderson is right there as well. So there's a real gaggle right behind Shea Botterell now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's the gains on Hendo. He's up 1 position. Clark's up a position.
Yeah, biggest losers, McElroy down 7, Van der Venter down 6, Dawson down 5. Oh, he's just made one up. Dawson back up 1.
Things are moving quickly.
Currently, the fastest car through the speed trap is Nathan Henderson and Cam McConnell, both at 235 kilometres an hour. Surprising. I would have thought Lucas Keys and that Gotti would have been probably right up there as well, but he's a couple of K down.
Yeah, well, he probably doesn't have the draft there, Stu.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, these other guys are tucked right in underneath each other.
So Spence starting to push back at Clark now. These guys, their tyres will be nicely up to temp now. What are we in? Four laps in?
Yeah, we're starting to tick them off already. It's a long way to go though.
So just starting to settle in. Spence starting to put a little bit of pressure back on Clark. I don't think Clark's got Fotterdo's pace, or has he? It only takes the slightest mistake around here, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't take much at all to have a big moment. And the walls aren't too far away here at Zolder.
Fair point, fair point.
It looks open until you get it wrong, and then you realise just how close those walls are.
Yeah.
Who's that off the road at the second chicane?
That's Lay, I think. That's Van der Venter and the Bella Mercedes just sneaking past there as well. We've got the recovering Macrolos currently sitting in 13th position. He's starting to sneak up on the back of Collins in the Lamborghini. But we've got to get back. We've got to get back to this Clark. Actually, look at Clark now.
I know, he's right there.
He's gone. He's left Spence behind. He's like, no, I'm going for Fotterdo.
Yeah, he's right on him now. Like I say, he's dropped Spence off to about a second. Hendo's still tucked in behind Spence. Crofton's a little way off the back of that now. Cam McConnell's still holding on to the Crosby. Gunther Rowe also going well, still holding on to the back of McConnell.
So that's a big train of cars. That's a big train of cars there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Nick Firth there down in 10th in the first of the Ferraris.
Yep.
A little voice in my head's thinking, I wonder if he's conserving those tyres and looking to run long. Minutes is a fair old way.
That it is. McConnell starting to push pressure on Crossy now, and Clark on Fotterdo. Actually, look at that train of cars still there. It's the Fotterdo, Clark, Spence, Hendo right there, and then it's Cross on McConnell Rowe, and I think Firth might be tagged on the back of that as well. So
Yeah, and I suspect what's happening here is Shane Farrell's easily got the pace to go with Webley, but what's happening is he's got cars of Clark, Spence all bottled up behind him. So he's got one eye in the mirror, and that doesn't help anyone's outright pace.
No.
Turn the mirror off, Slambo.
Tear it off. Throw it out the window.
Yeah, you don't need that, mate. You'll know when you see a white bonnet of a BMW appear to your A-pillar. But he's doing well. He's just got to keep chipping away at it here.
Perkins and Collins side by side. Down into the first chicane. Oh, they're still at it. Up over the hill.
Someone's going to yield.
Oh, do they? It doesn't. They don't think so.
It's still at it.
Who's that? A recovering Dawson actually just. He got tangled up with Vanderbilt earlier in the race.
He did.
So he's just sort of come up on the back of that and just like, whoa, guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, he'll be hoping that they come together and the seas part. Lucas Keys, about 5 seconds up the road now on Webley. Shane only a second or so back from Webley, and then the train of Clark, Spence and Henderson.
And Hendo really...
For their turn.
Hendo and Spence have really tagged on the back of this, actually. They've... Look how close Spence and Hendo is now compared to just the last lap. Where
It's heating up.
There was a fairly big gap between these two.
Looks like Perkins is close to get right up on Collins as well here. Going to move forward in that Ferrari. And Collins will be like, no, mate, I'm the safety car. You can't come past me.
That's right.
Dawson's also tagged onto that group now as well. So, best lap for Lucas Keys so far, 27.8. 28.1 for Webley, 29.6 for Shane Farrell. Clark's on a 29.7, 29.3 for Spence, 28.9 for Hendo, 28.5 for Crossy. So Steve Crossland in the lovely looking SIMBLACKS car there. It's going quite well.
Oh, absolutely. Holding down 7th at the moment in the 43 McLaren.
Yeah, Cam McConnell's only a second off him. Gunther Rowe a little bit in behind that. Nick Firth right up behind Gunther Rowe from what I can see.
So these guys clearly in a good rhythm now, Stu, and they're just, you know, like they're in their races. They know pace-wise where they should be in the field.
Yeah, your tyres would have come up to pressure now. Everything's sort of normalised. You'll start to feel balance in the car. So just a case now of getting those apexes and eyes forward, move forward. Run the gauntlet at the chicane every lap.
well, at one of many of the chicanes. So.
Yeah. The second is more forgiving, but the entry into it, if you get the braking wrong, it can really skate you well off the road. But it is more forgiving than the first chicane. You have to take so much aggressive curve at the first chicane that it is, like I said earlier, it's a bit of a Russian roulette whether it's going to land right or not.
Yes, and that's always in the back of their mind, isn't it, mate? You know, like these... And when they're racing so close and they can be a bit unsighted, we just see Frodo run very wide out of one.
Yeah, that is the worst, like you just said. When you're following a car very, very close and you go into that chicane, or either of the two chicanes, being the car behind and being slightly blinded, it can really mess up your line. And if you get it slightly wrong, there could be big consequences for it. It could be very tricky.
Yep.
Yeah, I think if I was going to be playing a long game here and I was tucked in right under a car in front, I would actually be dropping off a second behind. there was no threat behind me, I'd just give myself a bit of room just to play it safe through those parts of the track. Of course, at the same time, you're hoping that they get it wrong.
Of course. As we just see
Everyone's a freebie.
Dawson having a move on Collins. We will just pick it up on the replay here because they actually drag race down that straightaway there. Collins lets Dawson pass.
Yep. Oh.
And then he just gets a little bit too much curb on the exit of that chicane we were just talking about. And gives it back. So good close racing from this slot here. Perkins out in front of that now. He was in between Dawson and Collins before, so not sure what happened there.
Well, he was getting right on the back of Collins, so he's obviously some way found a way through.
Yeah.
And now Dawson's said, well, no, I'm coming too, mate.
And this one will not go away. Shane Protado, Clark and Spence. No. These guys very close together. Hendo dropping back into the clutches of Steve Crossland now, actually. So plenty of curb from the Clark BMW there.
Yeah, Crossy's right on Hendo.
Oh, he's right on this.
But it can be tricky to pass around here. There is a few spots where you can get it done. Turn 1, if you get a good exit out of the last corner, the hairpin halfway round. I've personally found through races I've done here in the past that your best way to make positions here is actually in your pit stops. If you can go through the undercut, the undercut works really well around here.
That makes
sense. You get a good stop, and they don't get a good stop. You could easily jump 1-2 positions, even more. Just depends on what happens with the rest of them. But yeah, it is doable, but it's easy to get positions in the pits.
Sounds safe to me.
As we
just see some contact between Spence and Clark, as Spence trying to find some space up beside Clark's car. Clark not willing to give it in, and very close to that last corner there. So these guys, no love lost. And look at that in the background. Henderson on the move. Spencer's moved back a little bit. But Hendo, plenty to think about.
Yep. Steve Crossland's got different ideas about that position. How good is that MATCHFIT Bentley though? That looks great.
Looking fantastic. Couple of sponsored cars here for the series. We've got the Crossy 43, SIMBLACKS, McLaren, and obviously Hendo, one of the sponsors of the series, rocking a MATCHFIT Entertainment car, the Bentley. Nice work, the number 31 Bentley. And look, what a race is going on between those two.
Yeah, they're locked in battle, those. Lucas Keys, 11.4 seconds out in front now. Shane has dropped a little bit off Matty Clark there. There's a bit of a breathing room now. First time I've seen it over a second since the start of the race.
Yeah, and what is he off Webley? About 6 seconds or something, isn't he, there?
Yes, yeah, he's 6 seconds behind Webley. I suspect Clark's dropped off the back of Photo from the Tony Spence attack that just was on the prior lap. But yeah, it's all the way, those back 4 cars from Matty Clark back, Spence, Hendo, Crossland, McConnell are all within a bee's moustache of each other. Firth hunting Rowe as well. He's a smidge off the back of him. He's looking to take 9th away if possible.
So Firth, he qualified pretty well. Really just sort of kept his nose clean, hasn't he? And
he's up 1 position from where he qualified. So yeah, I don't know, but I think being the Ferrari, you got to be thinking, can I do this on a tank of fuel?
Yeah.
Do I even need to take? Well, he has to take the tyre.
You think
the fuel is an option?
Running the long game, you reckon?
Well, I mean, it's really one of the only cars out there that could possibly do the 90 minutes
Yeah.
with good management. No good me doing it. I've got a lead foot. I'll chew through the gas and tear the tyres up. So
Yeah.
I'd be splitting it in the middle, somewhere thereabouts. So I'm just wondering what the number 56 Ferrari of Nick Firth's going to do here. Can he come in behind him as well?
Yeah, Kim in another Ferrari actually, like you said, just tucked in behind there. And then a couple of Mustangs in front of Gunther Rowe, and then the McConnell car actually quite a distance up in the...
Oh, Hendo going backwards.
Oh,
Austin's got him. Sorry, I thought he was falling right down there, but no, it was Austin's got him.
Okay, we'll just pick up on a replay here. So Hendo coming up beside Spence after Spence making a mistake in T1. It's left Hendo wide. And out of the right hander. And Crossy's just tucked it up in there, held him wide, and got it done. So nice work for Crossy there.
Yeah, good work. Just placed the car in the right spot. Was you know, he was nice to him on the exit. He could have shut the door. Yeah, gets it done in turn 4. Yep. Oh, and Hendo had a slide there on the exit. It's all right. Hendo will he'll gather, reset, take a deep breath, and he'll come back at him.
So Kim still pressuring the back of Firth there.
Yeah, Firth still right on the back of Gunther Rowe as well.
Yeah, Gunther will be feeling the pressure, I suspect.
Yeah.
It's another one of the official sponsors, True to Life Racing Designs. And in the Gorilla Racing Mustang there.
Yeah, he's got a True to Life Ferrari coming up his rear end here at the moment.
Well, I tell you, he's got his work cut out for him. He's got a couple of them just tagged on the back of him. I think Macrolos is the next car back. I think there's a lap vehicle in between them though.
Everyone is on the... Oh no, it could be... Is it Harrison Bella?
Yeah, the dark blue McLaren, I think, is out of position. No. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hendo.
Yeah, it's Goddard.
Very deep, letting Spence pass. Let's get a replay on that. Here we go. Oh, so it's Hendo trying to go past Spence.
Under Spence. Oh, very, very, very deep. And Spence does the over-under.
And it just resumes, doesn't it?
Yes. Situation normal.
Yes. So, and look... He was
lucky he didn't tag Crossland there.
But look who's starting to tag... Yeah, too true. That was... Because it was pretty deep. McConnell starting to tag out in the back of that battle as well. So... I'm sure Hendo will be mindful of that. First night out in the Bentley for Hendo too. Change of cars after the first 2 weeks. So yeah, maybe coming to grips with the barge. The old boat. Oh!
Absolutely.
Oh, he just launches it over the chicane.
Yeah. He might be driving a boat with his captain's ticket, but he's going for an airline licence there.
Oh, well, there's sparks flying off it, I know that.
Yeah, well, I've only ever known Nathan Henderson in an Aston Martin, so hats off to him tonight. I mean, he's going bloody well considering it's a car that he probably hasn't driven or driven any different car for a long time. He'll be all over it. He's very good with his setups and stuff, as we know, so he'll be tuning it up and working away, chipping away.
No doubt.
Spence isn't giving Crossy any breath whatsoever. And it looks like Farrell has pulled a little gap over Matty Clark behind. He's out to about 2 seconds now, so be a bit easy to focus forward. Although Webley has got 7.2 over Farrell now, and Webley is 15 behind Lucas Keys, whose last lap was a 27.8. So Lucas Keys absolutely ripping in this and out the front.
Yeah, smashing it out. We will give him a little bit of air time in a moment, but yeah, you just look at this Potterdo, Clark, Crossland, Spence, Henderson battle, actually with Craig McConnell tagged on the back as well. So that's a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, respectively. Still in, actually, as Crossland gets very busy on the back of Clark's car now. Yeah, these guys, look, there's a bit of a gap between them, but the battle is close, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, look at Crossy here.
Takes the slightest of errors for this to bunch up. Very close again from Crossland. Very controlled. Braking.
Yeah, it's a Macca strength under brakes. So it's got a brilliant front end and really, really good on the brakes. But I suspect the Beamer's going to have the legs on the straights.
He'll need that
He's
run.
right there, though. He just needs a good exit. Crossy up 4 positions from his qualifying, so he's going well. He's moving forward here.
Yeah, nice work from Crossy in the SIMBLACKS car. These guys working hard. Clark has been all over the back of Potterdo and now back to Crossland. I think Clark's had multiple people harassing the back of his car. Now it is Crossland's turn.
Yeah, Steve Crossland, he wants a bit of that. I've seen the back of this BMW for long enough. Now I want to see it in my mirror. Bit of a wiggle there, though. So Lucas Keys.
He doesn't take a lot of curb, does he? But just enough.
Yeah, well, it's very hard. In the McLaren, you really, really don't want to. I mean, right here, he's got to take curb, but there's a fine line between too much and losing time. So it's a real mission sometimes, especially as the laps go on and the brain starts to fatigue a little bit, the arms get sore. But it's going strong.
Yeah, looking really solid, very well hooked up, actually, and as does Spence's car, just tucked in behind there. Spence having a crack a couple of times at Clark.
Crossy is there.
I think Spencer's just going, look, you have a go at him, Crossy. Here, you go first.
Yeah. You open the door for me. Yeah. I'll be the trailer, you be the truck.
Also, Danny Kim, one of the Ferraris, chasing down Firthy. Gunther Rowe still in front, that trio at it. Macrolos now, you can see clearly without the lap vehicle in between, tagged on, not too far behind.
Ooh. Just went around. I think that was the Goddard car again.
Kim, okay, no. Kim, a little bit of a meat in the sandwich between Macrolos and Firth. But a couple of Ferraris in Nick Firth and Danny Kim. So those guys, no doubt, with similar pace, obviously with the same machinery underneath them as they run through the chicane. Ferraris don't look like they deal with it too badly, actually, Stu.
No, I can't honestly say I've had much time in a Ferrari, but I think from what I do know is that the McLaren's probably one of the worst cars in the game for it. I think the Ferrari, from what I've heard, is it's very unstable, or can be very unstable at high speed stuff. So I don't think you have to worry about that too much around here. It's not particularly a high speed track as opposed to Spa or Silverstone. So yeah, it could be a good chassis, especially if you can run the strategy right and maximise that tank. But yeah, he's Denny Kim, Firth, just sitting station at the moment behind Gunther Rowe. Fodero has absolutely gapped over the last few laps on Tony. Hang on, Matty Clark has gone back. Matty Clark down to 7th.
Oh, what happened there?
What have we missed that? I was going to say that gap's very big, and then Tony Spencer's in there. So,
but Crossland's with him as well.
And Crossland's gone down. Yes, just picked that up. So I wonder if that's been a contact. Sorry, everybody. We might have missed that one. But
yeah, I think we have.
That's what's happened.
We just snuck back to have a look at the replay. Looks like the damage is done here already.
Yeah, so they're back a few. It puts Hendo, Spence, Hendo, and McConnell up 2 positions each. Votto eyes forward to Webley here. Looks like he's trying to close that gap down now. Plenty of time. We're about to tick over the hour mark.
Yeah, only a third of the way through the race, like you said, Stu. So
Lucas Keys, this lap, 1 minute 27.4. That's motoring, and that's bloody fast. He's the only man in the 27s.
Makalos giving Kim all sorts of grief. It's out the side into one, showing plenty of intent, forcing Kim to the inside, and then again here for the right-handers. Is that again?
Wants to get through.
So he wants to get through.
He's searching.
He's wound the old Audi up. He's on his way. We got...
So Matty Clark in the pits. Obviously, he's got a bit of damage from whatever we missed on there, likely between him and Steve Crossland.
Yeah.
He's on the jacks. He's over 30-odd seconds at the moment.
So big stop. Dawson now right up on Perkins. We've watched this recovering drive from Dawson too, mind you. Slowly
he's
working.
going well.
It's taken a while to actually catch Perkins. Perkins showing some great speed here, Stu. So
he's right on them now, isn't he?
Yeah, Dawson working hard to gain on the Pro-Am driver of Perkins.
Poor Ferrari driver there. He's got a block of white flats behind him.
Yeah. It's a behemoth, isn't it?
Unit. They are a big unit.
Just the roof height of it. Oh, here we go. Has he got the punch in the Bentley? Came out shallow. It's got the overlap on the outside though. Perkins not giving it to him, but not really stopping it either. Side by through one before Dawson sneaks past there. So nice work from both drivers.
Yeah, he's got that done. Good job.
And yeah, he'll just keep pushing forward in the Boatley. Firthy chasing. Oh, is that gap shortened between him and Rowe there? Maybe a little there, smidge.
Yeah, a little bit.
To and froing, I think a little bit. A little bit of a mistake again, I think, just from Firthy there, out of that into that chicane, should I say? Just dropping that back a bit. He'd want to be careful of that, wouldn't he, Stu? Just because you can see how close Kim is and Makalos is behind him. You wouldn't want to do that too often, and then obviously have Kim all up under your wing there, you know?
Yeah, they're right there. Like any sort of awkward bounce or anything, and lift of the throttle, and they're going to be right on top of you.
Yep.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys will be looking for an undercut when we get closer to that time.
Yeah, so we'd be looking for probably another, at least 5, maybe 10 minutes before we start to see the pit stops coming into play, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Stu, you know, there's probably a 20-minute window there, you reckon they'd be working with?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to go any more after that 20-minute window. You know, it's just that you're just going to be running. Well, you have to take a tyre. So, yeah, the fuel is not the issue. Sorry, it's you have to take compulsory tyre stops. So, yeah, it's gonna get interesting. We have had 3 cars stop already, all for damage. Matty Clark being one of them, Harrison Bella and Goddard.
Okay. So that puts them down as cleared their official compulsory pit stops there as well, I notice, Stu. So,
yeah. Yeah, so Goddard had 36 seconds on the jacks with a total trundle time of 1 minute 11. Clark,
Yep.
1 minute and 9 on the jacks with a minute 43, so he's had a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And Harris Bella, 40 seconds on the jack with a minute 14 overall. So, yeah, I mean, they're not out of it. They can still chip away and get some positions back. There's still over two-thirds of the field yet to stop.
Yeah, definitely. And as long as I'm pretty sure all of those three guys came in sort of in the late, you know, that it was pretty well on in the race. I'm just thinking about their fuel. I'm just thinking, I don't think they all stopped in the first, 10 minutes of the race.
No, they should have burnt a big enough hole to get to the end.
Yeah. So they will have the fuel load and the rubber to deal with it. Kramer starting to put pressure on the back of Worcester. So Worcester and Kramer, 19th and 20th respectively, running into the final corner. Again, just watch the two different lines from these guys. The Mustang up all over the curbs, and Kramer in the background, literally not even going near them in the McLaren behind him.
No, he's doing what you do in a McLaren.
Yeah, just totally staying away from it.
Just give him a tickle.
Yeah,
no more.
Just a touch, that's right. So, yeah, nice work from the boys there, Worcester and Kramer.
So we got Lucas Keys leading the pro class at the moment, 21 seconds up the road from Brandon Webley at the moment. His last lap, Lucas Keys' last lap was a 28.2. Brandon Webley's was a 29.1. But after that, we're going down to the silver class. Tony Spence is leading that class at the moment. He's in 4th position. And then we go a bit further down, we can find the leader of the AM class, which is Warren in the number 55 Ferrari in 18th position. So that's your classes at the moment. There's a lot more to be shaken out. Louis van der Venter has popped up in my eyes here, Davo. He's on the back of Perkins. And the Kramer Worcester one is also still going at it. Kramer's eager to get past that Ford in front of him.
Yeah, Kramer's still working over the back of Worcester there, isn't he?
Yeah, it's been going on a while.
19th and 20th there. Like you mentioned, so Van der Venter's actually picked up on the back of Perkins as well. So Perkins sort of starting to go backwards a little bit here. So Dawson's gone past him. Now Van der Venter's chased him down. Well, both of the Bentleys are in recovery mode. They came together early in the race, didn't they? Through that corner just back there, I think it was.
Yeah, and Perkins had not a very good last lap. His last lap was 31.4, so so he's 2 seconds off his best that he's done. So he's had a whoopsie at some point there. I suspect a curb on a chicane.
Who was that sneaking in the pits there? Nick Firth.
Yeah, Firthy in.
Okay, here we go. First of the official pit stops without the damaged guys coming in earlier. Kramer and Worcester still going at it. Van der Venter now on the back of Perkins, the big Bentley. We've got a few in here tonight. Hendo, Dawson and Van der Venter here, all in the Bentley boys. Firthy in the pits, Makalos holding down 10 and all over the back of Kim. Wow, very, very close.
Okay, first off the jacks, 32 seconds on the jack. So that's a tyre. Question is, what fuel did he put in as well? It's fair to say at this point he's split it halfway. A minute 7 total trundle time for Nick Firth.
Okay.
So fastest of the stoppers, but the guys behind him that have stopped have had a lot of damage. So
yep.
First clean stop. Speed trap is held at 235 kilometres an hour, and it's held by 7 different cars. Louis Van Deventer, Pete Dawson, Cam McConnell, Nathan Henderson, so all 3 Bentleys.
All 3 Bentleys, yeah. And a
McConnell's
Mustang. He's in a Mustang, yeah.
And the Nissan of Lucas Keys out front.
Okay, there you go. Well, no surprises, to be honest.
No, not really. We all know that the Bentley is on a significant diet. The BOP is very healthy at the moment for that car, so long may it last. It's a great car.
Yeah, don't mind the Bentley myself. Great sounding. Big chunk of a car, and so it's great to see guys, you know, pedaling such a big, massive car around. Out of the front of Kramer's McLaren, tucked in behind Worcester in the Mustang. Through those right-handers, turn, what is it?
In the pits.
2, 3 and 4 there.
Yeah.
Crossland in the pits. So this will be an interesting, we can take note of Firth's original pit stop there, see where CROSSCUT lies.
He's up on the jacks.
What did you say, it was 1:07 or something?
Minute 7 total. Try north for Firth. 32 on the jack. So let's see what Steve Crossland's is. In the mighty SIMBLACKS McLaren. "33 seconds for Steve Crossland on the jacks. So even though it was a second slower, second longer on the jacks, it was the same time as Nick Firth at 1:07.
Okay, so that's entry speed or something, isn't
it? A bit more committed, or maybe it got off the jacks better.
Yeah. Nice, okay. So both Nick Firth and Crossy in the mighty SIMBLACKS McLaren, they're both in for their official pit stops. Quick set of tyres, compulsory tyres, and maybe a bit of a splash of fuel, just to make sure she comes home. As we continue watching this Worcester Kramer battle. 18th and 19th, obviously, with Firthy just now tucked in behind them there.
Yeah, closest battle on track at the moment is the Kramer-Worcester battle that's been going on now for numerous laps. I suspect what's happening is the McLaren is super strong through most of the corners, Sector 1 especially. But the Ford just has the legs through Sector 2 and Sector 3 back to the finish line.
Yeah, and so Keys is past those guys. That's Webley actually just coming up behind those guys. Oh, and Webley on the way into the pits there.
We didn't need that.
Just getting tangled up. Lap vehicle there. So that was an interesting little awkward exchange there. Webley trying to get out of that traffic by coming in, I would suspect. Stu, and then getting tangled up, you know, with a little bit of traffic in the entry.
It's easy to do here because anyone that knows Zolder, the entry into the pit lane is straight off the straight before the chicane at the last corner.
It is hard.
So you can thunder in there and pull it up at the last second, but then there'll be guys that'll be playing it safe. And I think that's maybe what we've just witnessed there is Webley was fully committed. Wasn't expecting the green McLaren of Kramer to be going so slow into
no, fair call. So, interesting stuff. These guys are looking for literally hundreds, tenths and hundredths of a second out on track here to stay in position. And look, these stops are critical.
Yeah, plenty of guys in the lane now. Rowe, Webley, Dawson,
Yep. McConnell,
Kramer out.
I think, pinged for a penalty there for track
Oh,
limits.
looks like it. Yeah, there we go. The first one.
The 391 Mustang of Craig McConnell there. We did think they were going to come, didn't we, Stu?
So,
We just sort of knew it. That's Fotado actually on camera now too, just ducking into the pits there. And you can see that commitment in really deep under brakes.
Yeah, there is time to be made there.
Committed round the corners. And that's Spence and Henderson actually just right behind him. McConnell goes around for another lap.
Brandon Webley, a minute 12 total pit time. He was 37 seconds on the jack. So obviously he took the box to get that little damage off.
So we need to watch that.
Gunther Rowe, the 32 second on the jacks, 107. A 107 for Nick Firth, 107 Crossland. Pete Dawson, 33 seconds on the jacks, 107 total trundle time. A lot of 107.
Let us know when Fotado pops off the jacks here.
Yeah, he'll be getting close.
As we just watch Webley on camera running up to the final complex of corners there. Is the front of that car look like it been repaired? Maybe.
Shane Farrell, 32 seconds on the jack, so the total trundle time of 1 minute. And
Webley across the line.
6.
Oh, he's going to take him.
Yep. Yeah, much quicker stop for Shane.
Oh, they're right close. Here we go.
So prior to that stop, Shane was 8.5 seconds behind Webley.
Yep.
So Webley's lost a lot in that pit stop. More importantly, track position.
That entry, the entry with the tangle with the lap traffic was a problem.
Yeah, I think you'll find that he was not planning to brake for at least another 2 or 3 car lengths before he had the contact with the McLaren in front of him. Shane clearly had a free run into the lane, had no one in front of him, and could really maximise that entry speed. So yeah, 6 seconds on the jack's different.
Fotado just let Webley pass.
Why has he gone and done that?
Let's get a replay of that. Here we go. It's on replay. Fotado moves aside, brakes, and lets Webley pass.
Okay.
What just happened there?
Yeah, I'm not. Shane didn't get a great exit out of the chicane, but he fully yielded. I've seen the brake lights come on, so maybe he just wants to use Webley as a carrot here. He probably knows that Webley was going a bit faster than him. He did pull a gap on him.
Interesting move from Fotado. Webley now in 5th, so 5th and 6th respectively for Webley and Fotado. We have Lucas Keys out in front by a mile, by a lap.
Yeah, he's in a different postcode at the moment, Lucas Keys.
To Makalos. Yeah, like crazy. In front of Makalos, just coming out of the same corners. McConnell in 3rd. At the moment, Barney in 4th, Webley in 5th, like we were just talking about, Fotado in 6th, Tony Spence, Steve Crossland in the mighty SIMBLACKS car, Nathan Henderson in 9th, Gunther Rowe in 10th. Now, Gunther, I've already pitted as well.
He has 32 seconds, 107 outright.
So, very nice stop from Gunther.
So he's currently holding position. So Lucas Keys in the pits, Cam McConnell and Marnie.
Yep.
Thank you, David.
So all these guys rolling in really quickly here. Warren, I think it was just spying, was starting to creep up on the back of Firth as well, or is Firth just starting to move away from that?
Just watching Lucas Keys here and his stop. No threat from behind from Brandon Webley, but we still want to see what exactly he pulls off here.
So a couple of cars just unlapping themselves there, just quietly.
Yeah, so Lucas Keys off the jacks, 32 seconds. I haven't seen anything quicker than 32 seconds on the jacks. And total trundle time of 107 again.
Okay.
Fastest pit stops overall from end to end. Shane Farrell, Tony Spence.
Yeah.
1 minute 6.
So 6s for Fodderdo and Spence, yes?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, Louis Van der Venter also joins the club on that as well. So 3 guys with the quickest quickest pit stop, sorry.
So look, and it makes a difference, doesn't it, Stu? This
yeah,
stuff,
absolutely.
Yeah. When you run this close, as we just see Dawson down the inside there on Worcester. Just getting that done pretty quickly there. Worcester unpitted, so out of position pretty well, even though that was 4 position.
Dawson on those fresher tyres. Yeah, Dawson's got those fresher tyres now, so they would have come up. He's been out for a couple of laps now, so that was almost easy pickings. No offence to
Worcester, yeah.
But yeah, so he'll be in for his stop soon enough. Still waiting for McElross to stop as well. Currently leading provisionally, with Lucas Keys will take that over as soon as he gets in the lane.
Yeah, so he should come out with Dawson somewhere. He was just tucked in behind Dawson, I think.
Yeah, I think he's going to join somewhere around the 10th, 11th, 12th.
Yeah.
So Danny Kim on the back of Worcester now. And Dawson already looking at Warren.
And that's Kim past Worcester, or is it the Ferrari just powers up, holds the inside line into the final? Oh, he's gone in.
Yeah, he's gone
into the pits.
Okay. That'll hand the overall lead back to Lucas Keys.
So we just see Dawson, I think, was that rounding up? Oh, that might have been an out of position car as well.
Yeah, so slowly shaking out now.
It is starting to shake out now. 37 minutes to go, so nearly 2/3 the way through the race. That's pretty well all the pit stops except for who we got there. Macrolos, Warren, and Worcester. We did see Worcester just sneak in there, as well as Lay, also in the pit lane at the moment. Marnie, look at this battle here! Whoa! That's one very damaged Porsche.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Bad luck. Worcester's still on the jacks. 42 seconds on the jacks for Ken Worcester.
That was a crazy little exchange there. Clark just tangled up in amongst that as well, I think, as he was coming through that little pack of cars. So, interesting stuff. This guy's pushing hard. 36 minutes to go.
Macrolos yet to stop.
Still yet to stop.
Yeah, he's still going.
Stays out.
He's our last man.
He's playing the long game. It's just like, no, this thing's got plenty in it.
Does he know something that everyone else doesn't?
Yeah, see, what's his... Maybe it just doesn't wear its tyres or something. I don't know.
I have no information on the Audi. Like I say, I haven't ever been brave enough to get in it. I've heard too many ghost stories, so I steer clear of it. I don't know. I don't know what it'll be like on its tyres. I suspect he's going to be in the next few laps. I mean, he has to for the tyre stop anyway. So just see how far he goes. It'd be interesting, and more importantly, where he comes out if he's making ground. Although I suspect the fresher tyre from everyone behind is going to start swinging back the other way now.
Yeah.
So he's going to want to do it soon.
Yeah, it will come to that point, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Keys just running away with it. Really,
Yeah, absolutely.
really did control it, like pretty well, putting himself in the right position in qualifying, obviously.
Yeah, took turn one and didn't look back.
And yeah, it's just moved forward the whole way. Webley, look, and quite happily, I think, just holding down that second place. Look, he's got miles of room. Well, not miles of room to front of him, but these two have miles of room back.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There's a good 40-odd seconds up the road to Keys now from Webley.
So Macrolos yet to pit, holding down second position. Lucas Keys in first, Webley and Shane Fronado third and fourth, and a couple of Mustangs.
Yeah, so biggest losers so far, Matty Clark down to 15th, down 10 positions, and Cam McConnell. He's down to 22nd, down 14 positions from his race start. So unfortunate for those guys. I think the longer McElroy stays out here, the more he's going to go back behind where we think he's going to come out. He's going to be more around the Louis Van Deventer Perkins.
What's his last lap looking like?
His last lap was a 129.5. So actually that lady just crossed the line. So that last lap was a 129.3, but it was a red lap. Obviously had a track cut there somewhere. So he's looking at the guys around. He's about the same pace of the guys he's going to fall into. But if he goes any longer, that's going to start to swing the other way in favour of the guys behind.
Yeah. It's still a fair chunk of the race. We're not even down to the final half an hour out of a 90-minute race. So, you know, if the car's still solid, you know,
Well, he'll have a fresher tyre at the end, won't he?
Yeah. Well, that's a good point as well.
That could be what he's going for. It's going to be interesting.
It is. It definitely is.
Louis Van Deventer still all over the back of Perkins. Oh, no, I might have just given my first commentator's curse there. Sorry, Louis. Harrison Bella on the back of Winchester.
Oh, I think is that because Keys has just snuck through there? That's why.
Oh, that could have been it, yeah.
That's what it is, the leader. But look at him now. Look at Van Deventer and Perkins back at it.
Yep, straight into it again.
Van Deventer's like, oh, I'm going to take Lee's draft. Here we go. And here we go. We've seen these guys side by side round through one.
Okay, he's going to be susceptible here.
Gets that big barge turned in.
Has he got it done? He's got it done.
He has got it done. Very nice work. Perkins just like, I don't think wants to give that up that easily though. But plenty of grunt from the Bentley there in a straight line, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, that's when Turbo V8's just singing. So we might have been right with Makarov's in the lane. Wharerau letting Weebly through, because Weebly has pulled 3 seconds on him already, so Shane probably just knows that he might not have the firepower there tonight. Settle for a third as it sits.
Well,
so Makarov's in the lane. Let's have a look.
Well, I think Webley's resigned himself to second. You know, like it's with Keys being so dominant in the Nissan here tonight. These guys really don't have anything for him. They can't chase him. They can't keep up with him. So
it's damage limitation. Grab what points you can and hope that he's going to go to a track where he's not hooked up in that Nissan.
Absolutely.
But it's not looking likely. I mean, he's 3 from 3 currently. I mean, it's not over yet. I don't want to jinx him, but you know, he's going strong.
He's going strong.
Sorry, kids.
They should be in bed by now.
But he should be.
Yeah.
And Lucas Keys just went and beat the speed trap total by 1 more kilometre an hour. So 2:36, fastest man out there on the straight.
Wow.
So he's flying. Like I say, his best lap, Lucas Keys, is a 1:27.4. His last lap was a 1:27.7. Super consistent.
So fast, that car.
Yeah, he's hot at the moment.
We love the Datsun. Fantastic looking paint on that one as well.
Yeah, it is quite cool. Kovacs Racing, if I'm right. Very cool.
The boys he's just starting to range up on though, in full battle here.
Oh, there was someone around in the background. Was that Worcester again? Someone on the grass at the last turn.
Oh, McConnell now past Bella as well. So that's, I think it was Goddard the lap before.
So just touching back on Kostas Makaros, he had a 32-second on the Jackson, a 1:07 out of Trundle. So he's back in P9. Pete Dawson's thinking about taking P9 off him though.
So McConnell passed on Bella, Dawson now on Macrolos.
And Kramer in the pits for a second time. That must be damage. Clark's starting to close in on P14 here. And Dawson still looking at getting around Kostas Makaros in that Audi.
Yeah, just looking out of the back of the Audi at the moment. Dawson looks strong in the Bentley here. It's like I keep saying, he's in recovery. He did have that bit of a touch up early in the race and has just slowly chipped his way through the field. But now on the back of the Audi of Makalos, shooting flames from the Bentley down into the second chicane and looking strong. Looks
good exit.
Solid.
Can he get the drive from the elbow? Getting off this hairpin can be so rewarding when you get it right.
Yeah. But where do you go? There's such short straights.
Yeah, it's very hard around here. You really need to build up through the last corner and focus on getting a good drive out the last corner.
here.
If you're lucky, you can get a bit of a toe and you can maybe just poke the nose down into turn 1, but he's not close enough this time.
And as always, chasing that mistake. Big wriggle there from Dawson, and the Bentley only just gets that car in check before the end of the ripple strip. But all over it.
Yep.
Manages it well.
His next hope is that Costas is out. He doesn't like the chicane.
Yeah, well, good point.
That's about what you could hope for. He's looking. He's showing the nose.
And just that forcing that Costas maybe to rethink his line or just changing a little bit can put him up on that curb, can't it? And it can really slow up your momentum. So forcing those errors, showing your intent, getting the nose up there, getting that overlap.
So Pete's dropped off a little bit after that. Didn't get the greatest of exits through the chicane, so take him another wee while, another half a lap, and he'll be back on him again.
Yeah, it's right. It's just those little exchanges when they don't, like come to anything or to fruition. You've just sort of got to
lose.
You can lose, and you've just got to claw back. But clearly, he's got the pace, as he wouldn't be showing the intent. So, yeah, nice work at the moment. Who else we got? Golombek on Clark, or is that Clark just sneaking past?
There was Clark going forward.
So nice work from. So definitely the two closest cars on track at the moment is Dawson, Macrolos, but that is starting to stretch a little bit with Macrolos. Now with a bit of breathing spray. Kramer in the pit lane. McConnell in the pit lane.
Okay.
Lay out in the BMW. Worcester in 21st. Bella in 20th. Tucked in behind Benter at the moment.
So I'm suspecting that Kramer's throwing the towel here because he's been in the pit lane now for coming up 8 minutes. Ken McConnell's in there. He's on the jacks. He's been on the jacks for 1:30 already, so damaged onto that Ford. So it looks like Kramer's gone for an early shower, which is unfortunate.
It always is, Stewie. We just... the nature of the beast, isn't it? Sometimes it just gets a little bit too much,
No, just not your night.
As the rest, though, continue on. Bella just getting rounded up by, I think that's the Perkins car. So Bella well out of position there. Down in 20th with Perkins in 13th at the moment. So, closest cars on track is, I think, Nick Firth, Gunther Road. Oh, hang on. No, Pete Dawson still Dawson and Macrolos.
Yeah, the top sort of 9 have got a bit of breathing room between each other now. 4, 3, 5, some 10 seconds, 2 seconds. So, yeah, Pete Dawson, Macrolos, that's where the battle's at the moment. I think the next one might be Lou Perkins and Van der Venter.
So, I mean, with Keys, Webley and Faraday all in position, and I think that's the way they're running in the championship at the moment as well, isn't it? And Crossland running in 4th as well with Hendo in 5th. Like, the points are like status quo, aren't they? Like, just,
yeah, it's not going to change.
If they finish the way they are running now, that's pretty well the way they're running in the championship, isn't it?
Yeah, same order, bigger numbers. Crossland, after last week, this is much better. P4 at the moment. Hendo's going well in 5th. Tony Spence still holding on to the top of the silver class there in 6th. Gunther Rose doing his job, holding on to 7th. Nick Firth, I don't know what's happened to Nick Firth. He's got McElroy right behind him.
He's got McElroy all over his case.
In a bit of trouble or not, you reckon?
Firthy?
Yeah, Firthy looks like his last lap was not a good lap.
Yeah, he's come back to him a little bit there.
Yeah, 31.7 last lap for Firth.
Too many fish fingers for Firthy.
Yeah.
He's not. You got to focus, Firthy. Focus, brother.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, but look, we know what these chicanes can be like. Stewie, we've been talking about it all night, and just the sliders and slip ups. Or is he at the end of his track infringement?
He could be. He could be playing it safe. We've got
That's
no
exactly
doubt.
right. Oh, as we just see there, out of the back of Firth's car, Makalos very close.
Yep.
Let's see if we get a replay of that.
Yeah, so it's easier said than done, but Firthy just needs to ignore the cars behind.
Yeah.
And, it's just easy for me to say sitting here in the comms booth, but you just got to try and just drive your line. Do the same thing you've been doing every other lap. Hit your apexes, hit your braking points, get the throttle points.
Yes, just tear the mirror off and use it to throw at the other driver.
Yeah.
So don't actually look at it. Just use it as a weapon. Makalos, after that little sneak up on the back of Firthy there. Oh, Firthy's looking very conservative. I wonder whether
He
got a few track cuts up his sleeve there.
Let's see what he's like at the chicane.
But definitely not looking as mobile and as quick as Makalos at the moment in the Audi. Dawson in the background there, just that big ass Bentley just sitting there ominously waiting to pounce. Oh, look at the bounce from the Audi off the curbs here. Look at him. Oh, first covers. So run down to the second.
For that.
Dawson, that slowed them both up.
And who's on the back of that now? Lucas Keys. So that's going to come into play here. These guys are going to start getting blues. If I was Pete Dawson, I'd be pretty happy about now because he's got the chance to let Keys through and then latch on.
So we just see Makalos right up on the outside and plenty of overlap on the outside in the braking area. Really pushing Firth, isn't he, Stuart?
Yeah.
And here we go. Look how bunched these three have got now. Lucas is in play. The blue flags will be waving. How will this play out? Obviously, first cab off the rank is Dawson's got to yield here somewhere.
Yeah, Dawson.
He's going to do it straight away there.
Yeah, I would have done that. Try and latch onto the back of him. I know he's fast, but try and latch onto him.
Makalos.
When he opens the door, go through.
We'll look out of the rear wing of Makalos here. Watch how quick this thing will range up on the back of Makalos.
Oh, what an exit.
Class act is Lucas Keys down into the braking area for the first chicane. And here it is. Look at that Nissan.
Firthy looks like he's playing it very safe through that first chicane. He's going nowhere near the left-hand curb. Whereas most cars, you really want to mount that and avoid the second curb. So I'm wondering, you might be right there, Dave. I wonder what his track cuts are on. He's definitely not got the pace through here at the moment.
And look at how close they are. Makalos not yielding as of yet.
Yeah, and Firth's got to be careful here. He doesn't want to get caught up in another guy's battle.
Oh, no.
Oh, is that going to work now? Firthy's lifted. No, he hasn't.
So Makalos has got past Firth there before yielding to Keys.
Oh, Makaros. Oh, that was awkward. A little bit too much curve there for the Audi. He should be right now. He should be able to just let Lucas go through. And now it's Dawson's turn.
Yeah, so cheeky move there from Makalos.
Yeah, he played that well.
He definitely played that well. All of those boys would have been getting blue flags there, like you mentioned, Stu, and well in battle amongst themselves. So nicely played from Makalos. And it's back to business as usual.
Yeah, it is. So Harrison Bella just got past Worcester there, and it looks like Lay in the BMW is looking to go past as well. So Worcester maybe struggling a little bit in this end sector of the race. But yeah, the Dawson-Firth battle continues. Ben Collins getting close on the back of Golombek.
Dawson on Firth, though, like you mentioned.
Yeah, that's not over. We got just
No,
over 15
look.
minutes to run, and I think Pete Dawson's got something to say about that 9th position.
Yeah, look, I tend to agree. Firth doesn't look comfortable in the car at the moment. It doesn't look as speedy as it has been so far in the race, so something going on there with the Firth his fingers. Ferrari, isn't that a mouthful?
It's a great paint job, though, eh? Very creative.
Both Dawson and Firth. Dawson back into 10th position, so nice work. Van der Venter a couple of positions back. Both of those guys getting tangled up early in the race. So good recovery drive from both of those boys.
Yeah, Crossley up 5 positions from starting, holding on to 4th still. Pretty safe looking in 4th there. Hendo behind, up 2. Gunther Rowe up 3. Firth, Dawson, Kim, Van der Venter, Perkins all up 2. A bit of a shake around. McConnell's been the biggest loser, unfortunately, tonight. He's down 15. So a bit unfortunate night for Cam McConnell.
Definitely, McConnell looking very strong, actually, up to the pit stops there. So unfortunate for the McConnell team there.
So I wonder if Dawson's just letting his tyres come back to him a little bit, have a little breather, have a little rest. Still 13 odd minutes to go, so he's got more than enough time to have another crack at this. Although I'm sure Firthy ain't going to let him have it easy.
Well, no, but yeah, just looking at the body language of Firth's car at the moment.
He's definitely playing it safe through that chicane.
I don't know how much he's got for him as we just watch Van der Venter ranging up super quickly on the back of Kim's Ferrari there.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Well, here we go. As I say it, great exit. Great exit. It's got it done.
Just
even before the braking zone.
Just airbags it over the chicane.
Yeah.
Just super smooth.
Yeah, that luxury car suspension just floats over it.
So, yeah, nice work from Van der Venter. Good part.
Yeah, into 11th.
Look at Macrolos now. All over the back of Gunther Rowe very quickly here.
Tell you what, I'm thinking that Audi has really just basically got better and better as the race has gone on. I know he's on a slightly fresher tyre than everybody because he stopped last. But he's really making it work.
No, he's monstering.
All over, everywhere. He can put the car anywhere he wants. He's got this now.
Oh, so close.
Jeez. Rowe wasn't having any of that. Shows the nose.
Headlights ablaze in the Audi.
Hucks it over the curb.
It seems to deal with it though, doesn't it? It gets off the back tyres well off the curb, unlike the McLaren, so
yeah,
it seems to manage it. Oh, big sideways mid-chicane there.
You can't tell me he's not pushing. He wants another position.
Well, where was it? Rowe's the 7th, so...
Yeah, Gunther P7.
Look at it.
Look at the drive. That's the tyre right there. That's the fresh tyre.
And he's got the overlap on the inside. Oh, has he? Gets out of it. Gunther covering.
Yeah, it's costing them both time there. But Firthy behind's got his own problems with Pete Dawson still.
Great race, though. We see Macrolos just attacking the back of the Guerrilla Racing Mustang of Gunther Rowe. Dawson not far behind, chasing Firth.
Mackaross using all of the road there out of turn 1 and 2.
These guys pretty close, these 4 cars here. The Rowe, Mackaross, Firth, Dawson. As we just see Dawson and Firth come out in camera shot there in the background. Two individual battles going on there, equally as heated. I don't know, maybe the Mackaross Rowe thing is maybe a little hotter.
Yeah, they're a bit closer.
Gunther will be trying to keep a cool head here.
Yeah, Costas is looking at every mirror, left, right, everywhere. Oh, close there.
Gunther having to cover, just really just putting that Mustang, because the Mackaross car looks like it'll go round either side if it's given the chance. So
that fresher tyre is really helping him here. He can, like I say, he can put the car anywhere he wants at the moment.
So Gunther really having to place the Mustang right in the middle of the road here. Not inside, not outside.
Yeah, Mackaross is doing everything he can. I mean, he's in the mirrors. He's showing intent here, there, and everywhere. So, you know, Rowe's doing a solid job to not to be distracted by it.
For one, that's right. And then car placement is perfect.
Yeah, he's still hitting his marks. He's not going to make it easy here for Mackaross.
Yeah, he's not weaving and mucking around, but defending seriously well for what is a clearly quick Audi at the moment at the hands of Costas Mackaross.
Yep.
Stellar job from both of them. Collins still chasing down Golombek. And we also have Dawson on Firth, which has actually got a little spice here as well. Dawson getting a little closer. Firth, he seemed to find his feet again here now as we get down into, oh geez, we're under 10 minutes to go here. A little under 8.5 minutes.
Down to the hairpin again. Dawson's right there.
Oh, Mackaross.
Even drive though. Both got the same exit.
Mackaross. Oh, he's up beside the Mustang. So much.
Is he going to fire it down to turn 1 here?
Just watch this.
There we go. Oh, no. Oh, that's close. He actually rode the curve there, but blind into the corner. Dawson's dropped a little bit back off Firth there, a little bit of a bad exit out the last corner.
So just picking up on the action between Rowe and Mackaross there in the final part of the last lap there. Really close stuff from Mackaross as he hunts that position, that 7th position that Gunther Rowe's currently holding down in the Guerrilla Racing Mustang. And doing a stellar job to keep it too, mind you.
I reckon. So it's a little over 7 minutes to go here, and it's still not over for these two battles.
No, definitely not.
Mackaross Rowe and Dawson and Firth. Lucas Keys still out in front, commanding lead, over a minute now. Webley, Whararo in 3rd, Croston 4th, Henderson 5th, Spence 6th, Gunther Rowe, Mackaross in 8th, trying to take 7th off Gunther Rowe. Nick Firth in 9th, and Pete Dawson in 10th.
So Gunther with a little bit of breathing space now after Mackaross just getting a little untidy out of the final corner there, Stewie, and getting a bit of dust on the exit. Has dropped back a bit. Won't take him long though, as they just ran. I think that's Marnie in the in the Porsche as they run through that first chicane there. And already tucked up under the wing of the Gorilla Racing.
He's right there, isn't he?
580
Oh,
Mustang.
there we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
big wriggle there.
Down at the hairpin. Costas has just got to keep his foot in it here. Oh,
Oh, look, that Mustang is fat tonight.
It is, isn't it?
What's the saying?
Oh no, oh no.
Harder to pass than a kidney stone. Oh, here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Bit of contact there. Bit of a no, son. There's the shoulder. Yeah, I thought it was going to be on there because Rowe had quite a wiggle coming out the last chicane.
So, Rowe not giving an in.
No, he's driving well.
Really making that Mustang as wide as possible. Doing a stellar job of it.
Well, if you can hold him off long enough, the tyres on Makarov's car are just going to get to a point where they're about the same.
Oh, they're going to run out of time. Look, we're winding down here. It's like 4.5 minutes to go or something here.
Yeah, it's only a handful of laps.
Just Rowe just jumps, bounds over the chicane and really does compromise his run. His foot, oh, Makaros up on the inside. Big contact from the two cars. They keep pointing in the right direction. This is desperate stuff.
There we go. Rowe got a pretty bad bounce over the curb there. Makaros looking to take, oh, here we go, another touch.
So close stuff.
Perkins just picked off Kim as well. He's into 12th now.
So run up to this final chicane here. What? Look, we got 3.5 minutes. How many laps have we got to go here? Two? Three?
Maybe 3. Where is Lucas Keys? Yeah, possibly 3.
So brutal battle going on here between Makaros and Rowe.
Yeah, Rowe's doing everything he needs to do at the moment. He's defending well.
Doing a stellar job. Full defense mode. Makaros equally as much in full attack mode. Very respectful. Little bit of a hip and shoulder here and there, but very, very close racing.
Here we go. Chicane again. Rowe got it wrong last time. Much better this time. Even drive from both of them. Pete Dawson still hasn't given up on Nick Firth. Just in the background there.
Yeah, close succession, these 4 cars here.
And what's gone on with Henderson? Because Tony Spencer's right on his chuff now. There was a gap there before, and now it's nothing. Hendo's last lap was a 1 minute 30. So Hendo's made a mistake somewhere in that lap.
Yep.
So Tony Spence looking to take a 5th here if he can in these dying laps. As well as Makaros still having to go at Rowe and Pete Dawson battle.
And the Pete Dawson battle. Spence and Hendo is seriously hot there. Hendo taking evasive action out of the last of the right-hand apexes there. He's got the inside.
Yeah, Tony's going to have a terrible exit from that. Just given the position he was in. Couldn't do much about it. Makaros again. All over the back of Gunther Rowe running down to the first chicane.
Oh, this just keeps giving. As does... Oh, Spence! Big duck to the inside here.
Has he got no? Oh, they give each other plenty of space. And the Bentley might just have the legs here.
It does, it does. Can Hendo stop it? Oh, only just. Here we go. Gets enough, keeps the momentum enough. Oh, allows Spence past.
McElroy's just had a big look at Gunther Rowe.
Has Henderson run out of fuel?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh no, he's back up to speed. He's just let Spence past and the next car.
Steve Crossland into the pits.
Which was Lucas Keys, actually. Let Keys pass.
Why is Steve Crossland come to the pits?
Oh no, really?
Yeah, he's in the pit lane.
Oh, Gunther Rowe with a mistake into T1, out of T1. Put Macrolos on the outside with plenty of overlap. Still can't get it done.
He's right there, isn't he?
Wow.
Not a cigarette paper between them.
What a race.
But that's not done.
These guys will be grinning from ear to ear. They'll be loving this stuff. This is what they come here for.
And again, Firth in the background, still holding off Pete Dawson. Matty Clark on a comeback. He's looking to round up Perkins by the end of this race. So right on his tail as well. Not as close as McElroy though. That is where it's at. Here we go. We're going to get a look down into the hairpin again. Left, right, jinking left and right. Doesn't know which way to put it.
Oh, look.
Oh, the exit.
The leader has finished the race. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, we missed that. Sorry, Lucas. Congratulations.
Lucas in finishing first. Obviously, Brandon Webley. Way back. Still. For second place. It'll be Shane Frodo in third. Tony Spence, Nathan Henderson, Costas Makalos, Nick Firth, Pete Dawson, Gunther Rowe in eighth. Vanderventer in ninth. Crossland in 10th. Perkins in 11th. Clark in 12th. Kim in 13th. Golombek 15th. Collins 16th. Running out of the final corner there. Marnie 16th. Goddard 17th. Warren, Lee, Worcester, Bella, McConnell, Kramer rounding out the 24. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, well done, everybody. It looks like Steve Crossland had a splash and dash there at the very end. He was on the jacks for like 6 or 7 seconds. So a little bit of a malfunctioning calculator there for Crossy, unfortunately. Great race.
Yeah, very intense towards the end there. Well, pretty well all of it.
Battles.
Very tight the first half an hour. And obviously, always a little bit crazy as the pit stops equalise in the middle of the race there, Stewie. But yeah, didn't it ramp up at the end there with Macrolos and Rowe and obviously Dawson and Firth as well. So yeah, it got very hectic towards the end there. We must thank again all you guys for joining in. But we need to get first some formalities out of the road. We need to do the post-race interviews. First cab off the rank would have been Shane Faraday. Can we get him here? Let's have a look. Bear with me, people.
Yeah, it's a good drive from Shane. Just did his own thing. Brought home another podium. So it's pretty good going.
Definitely. Let's see if I can get him down here. Shane Faraday, welcome to the Commons Box, bro. You got ears on us?
Hey, mate. How are you?
Well, and yourself? I've got Stewie in the Stu Arrowsmith in the comms with me tonight.
Hey, Shane.
Brother Stu, how are you?
Good man. Well done, mate. Good drive.
Cheers, man. Just hanging on there for most of that race.
Yeah, we've
then-
seen you let Brendan Webley through after the pit stops, and we're a bit perplexed by that. But yeah, just a strategy call.
I knew I didn't have his pace, and I thought if I'm battling with Webley, then everyone else is going to catch us. So I might as well just let him go and try and manage the gap.
Yeah, smart play.
Yeah, because I knew I didn't have his pace, but yeah, I was only just holding on there to everyone else behind me.
Yeah, tricky track, Shane. It's not a fan.
Nah, not a fan.
No.
I used up like 2 track cuts in the first like 10 minutes,
Yeah,
and I'm like, man, I've got to save one in case I'm in a battle.
yeah, yeah,
So I had one banked in case I needed to push for a few laps.
yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, safe management.
And like Stu mentioned, we did see you sort of let Webb Brandon slip past there, and we just thought you might have been just consolidating that third place and just dealing with where your speed was on the night. I think Brandon was probably doing the same thing, so with Lucas being so quick, but everything looked like it ran pretty smoothly in the pit stops and everything. No dramas there, yeah?
Yeah, no dramas. Clean pit stop. Got into a couple of side by side with Spence into the chicane.
Yep.
That's never going to work.
No,
No.
But he was racing well. Same with Clark for a while.
Yeah, Clark was unfortunate, but he was going really well.
And then Crossy was catching me. I was keeping an eye on that. And then I just got caught up trying to pass a back marker, and I lost like a second. And I'm like, oh, it's down to 1.5 seconds. And then he ran out of fuel. So unlucky for him.
You got to take him.
you do definitely. But look, top effort again. Look, just chipping away at the points there, mate. You're looking pretty healthy in the point situation. So, and a good finish tonight. We'll just sort of carry that momentum. I think between you and I don't think anything's going to change. Just looking at the way it finished tonight. So, yeah, well done, Shane.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, like
congratulations.
I'm really only battling Webley in the championship. I don't think anyone's gonna
No.
catch Lucas, but I'll pick my battles with Webley. I knew he was faster here, so
Yeah.
I'll save it for another track.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
so
enough.
to do it, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Too easy, Shane.
Well done.
See you next
Catch
week. Shane Fodado, everyone. Hang on, let me drag him back here. Poke him back up there. Who we got next?
Brendan Webley.
Brandon Webley. Let's see if we can get this working again. Brandon Webley, do we have you on comms? You got ears on us?
Hey guys, how you going?
Well, my friend, and yourself, second position tonight. Awesome. No, look, how was that race? You were just sort of right in the middle of nowhere, but in second position. But in second position,
Yeah, it was extremely boring if I'm being honest. But yeah, I was just like I was on 3 track cuts within about 10 minutes. So I was driving so slowly. I was just trying not to get that drive through,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we suspected there'd be a few like that. It sounds like Shane was on 2 within the first few laps as well. So the nature of Zolder.
I'm pretty sure I got 2 in the first 2 laps, like doing exactly what I was trying not to do, if you know what I mean.
Yep, Murphy's Law. You did well, though. I mean, you might have been in no man's land, but you held on to it. I mean, it's going to take a lot to pull Lucas Keys back from where he is, but still a solid result, mate.
No, he's in a completely different league. He's extremely fast. So, yeah, maybe at some other track I'll have more of a hope, but there was no chance at Zolder.
Yep. Pick your battles.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for doing the commentary tonight, Stu.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks for having me here. It's been a change of format for me. I've never done this stuff before, so I'm used to just sitting pedaling.
He's a natural. He's a natural. So, look, I've got to mention, we sort of asked Shane how his pit stop went, and I I think we had you on camera as you rolled into the pit lane there, brother.
Yeah, I got a bit unlucky. I didn't practice the pit even once, but I think Adrian didn't either. So
okay.
I think I lost about 7 seconds to Shane.
Yeah, it was.
He was nice enough to just let me go, but he didn't have to do that. But I'll take it. I'm thankful.
Yeah. Yeah,
a bit unlucky on that entry. Someone was playing it safe, and you were definitely not playing it safe. You were thundering into lane and just got caught out. It was just unfortunate.
Yeah. Hopefully, I didn't damage his car too much, but fuck, that's my bad. I was too busy not paying attention, obviously.
Yeah. Like you said, you both might not have practiced it, but one was taking it conservative, the other one's just going in way too deep. It's just like either way, it's not going to work. So,
it was entertaining.
It was fantastic, but it almost looked like you were trying to get out of that little sort of bunch of cars you were coming up on, and you thought,
that's exactly what I was doing. But then Adrian pitted in front of me.
Jumped in.
By the time I realised it was too late to back out, and these things happen.
These things do happen, but look, stellar job again tonight. But probably a little bit of a sort of meh race for you, just rolling around in second position. But great pace once again.
Thanks. I'll take it. That setup was pretty awful, but so I'll hopefully do a bit better next race. Hopefully.
Yeah, and so not a fan of Zolder. We don't get many fans of Zolder. So
I like it in the Ferrari, but the Ford's really fast there. It's just not very fun to drive, and it's also it gets really bad at the on the tire wear.
Yeah.
At least for me, it does anyway. But
okay. Well, we're going to do it all again next week at Valencia. So
I love Valencia. I don't know about the Ford there either, though. It'll either be really good or really bad. We'll find out.
Well, we're going to soon find out.
Yeah, time will tell.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Brandon, and well done, my friend, for second position tonight here at round 3 at Zolder. And hopefully we're talking to you again next week. Oh, well, no doubt we'll be talking to you again next week in the comms box.
Yeah, great job.
Thanks, you guys.
See ya.
Okay.
And now P1, Lucas Keys. Tremendous pace all race, eh?
Okay.
Dominant.
Okay.
We haven't got a Lucas Keys, have we?
No, this is pretty normal. So, and there's nobody else there that I think we can really talk to. So, we will. We could probably drag. Pete down
here. Yeah, Pete had a good race. I'd love to know his thoughts on that last 20 minutes battling Nick Firth.
I'm just struggling here with the old Discord. But anyway, let's just work this out. Hang on, here we go. We've got him now. Pete Dawson, do we have you on comms? Sorry to interrupt your conversation there.
Yep, on comms, yep.
Awesome, mate. Good effort. We didn't have Lucas in the chat there, so we thought we'd bring down the next best thing, which was Pete Dawson on the night. You were given a bit of a recovery drive for you, and so you got a little bit of airtime because you were working your way back through the field, and it's plenty of battles, mate. What was the night like for you?
No, it was good fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good drive, Pete. We were enjoying the battle there with Nick Firth at the end. You were all over him. Just couldn't quite find the way through.
Yeah, no, there's no way I was getting past him. He's pretty good at defending, and he was having trouble with his car, I think, with the brakes and stuff. But yeah, I nearly drilled him a couple of times. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened at the end of the race there. It was all a bit weird on the finishing tree. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, no, we were getting it on our end as well. It all went.
Well,
Weird.
Lucas Keys left as soon as he crossed the line. He left the server, so that bumps everyone up a position.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, great race, Pete. You did really well. Good recovery. Drove the big block of flats right at the back of the Ferrari. It was entertaining to watch, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yep, enjoyed that.
Well done.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing you next week at Valencia, my friend.
All good. We'll catch you guys later.
Okay. Thanks,
See you,
Pete.
mate. Well done.
Pete Dawson, everyone. Would love to have caught up with Costas there. Stellar drive from him at the back end of the race, obviously on a fresh set of tyres. But look, ladies and gentlemen, thanks everybody for joining us here for tonight's official coverage of Round Light Racing's 2024 GT3 Series. It was round 3 here at Zolder. Like we mentioned earlier, it is proudly supported by SIMBLACKS, CROSSCUT Woodworks Carpentry and Joinery, Crossy 43, HENDO, True to Life Racing Designs, and streamed live to you on YouTube by MATCHFIT Entertainment. Get over to Crossy's Twitch, like we mentioned at the top of the stream here. The links are in the description and flashing on the screen at the moment. These guys giving away $50 to one of the drivers randomly that have been on tonight. And obviously they are announcing their mystery giveaway for the end of the year. Thankfully donated by the good people at SIMBLACKS. So that's all getting announced tonight as well over on Crossy's Twitch. There's the address on screen. So type that shit in, get over there, get amongst it. You got to do 80% of the series to get the final prize, but these boys do give away a $50 gift voucher at the end of each night. Spinning the wheel. So get amongst it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Stu Arrowsmith, for joining me tonight here at Zolder for round 3. My friend, enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, I had a blast. First run in the commentary booth, so it's good to see how things get done. I'm absolutely blown away by the amount of data we've got here. I'm not going to sleep tonight. I have all sorts of numbers flashing in front of my eyes, but honestly, thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you for the drivers that took part and all the people watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And thank you again for having me.
Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. And I will once again thank you all for joining us here for Round Light Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 7 for round 3 at Zolder. That's about it for now. Don't forget, get over to Crossy's Twitch as well. Get some money.
Yeah, go check that out.
Go and check that stuff out. And we'll see you all at Valencia next week. Another 90-minute race. So can't wait for that. Good night for now. Good night, Stu.
Good night, guys.